Welcome to a long-promised Cigar Ops episode. Last January, Tim and I were two well-fed, well-hydrated Army retirees. But Tim laid down the gauntlet with a 6-month fitness challenge. 6 months have passed since then, which makes today
Judgment Day.
But first you have a special cigar to honor whoever's the champion today, right?
In the first 3 episodes, we reviewed 3 different punch cigars. So it's only appropriate that in this grand finale to the fitness challenge, we review a punch champion.
Nice. Light 'em if you got 'em.
I prefer a soft flame for lighting these Figurado cigars because they often burn well, but it's imperative that you get a good light on them.
They're really tasty.
Okay, Tim, the fitness challenge really consists of 2 contests. The first pits a self-designed fitness program against a modern, on-demand, computerized fitness program.
That's right, you designed your own calisthenic program using traditional weight training and some unique homespun exercises. I bought a popular app called Apple Fitness Plus, which is an online, on-demand program that Apple designed around its watch.
So you're the Apple Fitness Plus champion that Apple never knew it needed.
Nor asked for or even wanted.
Our fitness challenge has a second contest.
Right, see if we can get back into military shape. When we were younger, I was in the Navy, and you were a Marine. We later served in the Army Reserve, where we were introduced to the Army Physical Fitness Test, or APFT.
And the plan for us was to take the APFT at the end of the challenge.
It seemed like a pretty straightforward way to determine who wins the challenge.
Plus, the prospect of a head-to-head contest was an excellent motivator. So how do we score this contest?
The contest is going to be scored based on 3 things. First, the cardio fitness test will provide an estimate of VO2 max, which is the maximum amount of oxygen one can consume during exercise. The next category is what we call weights and measures. It includes 3 body measurements. And finally, we have the APFT. The Army weighs its soldiers annually and tests 3 events: a 2-mile run or a 6.2-mile bike ride, sit-ups and push-ups. The younger you are, the better you have to perform.
We took the cardio test first. Went to the San Diego Bay.
For those familiar with San Diego County, this is in Chula Vista, between the city of San Diego and Tijuana. In addition to sand and water, there are plenty of native grasses and plants here. For the fitness test, we did a steady 2-mile walk. To find our cardio fitness levels, the watch first established a baseline with data gathered when the watch was first worn. It can then calculate cardio fitness during a walk. It considers movement during the walk and heart rate, along with personal information like sex, weight, and height. Based on all these, the watch estimates how much oxygen your body can consume during exercise. This is called VO2 max. A higher number generally indicates a higher level of cardio fitness and endurance. The watch also tells you if your number is low, below average, above average, or high compared to others your age and gender.
Excellent. How'd the watches say we did?
Your VO2 max is 32.4 and mine is 29.
Since higher is better, I win this round.
I'm afraid not. If we were the same age, these raw scores would be the deciding factor. But I'm 67 and you're only 59, and the Apple Watch has an algorithm which takes into account age. Happy birthday, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
Even at your new age, a 32.4 score puts you in the below average category. But with a score of 29, I'm above average for a 67-year-old guy.
So you're saying you won?
No, our protocol is that unless one of the scores clearly wins, we call it a draw. But before we get to the next category, weights and measures, maybe we should talk about the champion in our midst.
Well, I appreciate the accolade, but I'm not comfortable being crowned champion yet. Don't we have 3 other categories to assess?
Punch champion.
That took a dark turn pretty quickly. No need to hit anyone.
No, Todd, I'm talking about the punch champion cigar we're smoking. Do you want to review it now?
Yes. Yes. The Punch Champion purports to be the same blend as a Punch Classico. What distinguishes it is its shape. In this case, a figurado is a somewhat bowling pin shape. As I mentioned also before, I like to light them with soft light to try to get the lighting process perfect, because that sometimes helps the figurado to smoke evenly. And traditional blend, it burns pretty well, the smoke output is great. It does have a reminiscent taste to the Punch Classico. That's where the similarities end. The real magic of this cigar is in the fat portion of the cigar. This allows for a large smoke output only moments after lighting the cigar. And the flavor profile is definitely different. And the way the smoke comes through the cigar is different too, which could add to the changing nuanced differences in the flavor of the cigar.
I like this. I think the shape really does enhance the smoke. I like this better than the other 3 we smoked.
That's why it's called the Champion.
Hear, hear. This contest is still anyone's to win after the first round. At the beginning of the fitness challenge, each of us weighed himself and measured his stomach and chest. We're going to compare those data points to measurements we recently took to see who improved more. At the final weigh-ins, Todd carried a svelte 187.2 pounds, while I tipped the scales at 189.2.
I ended up 2 pounds lighter than you. Does that mean I win this round?
Well, no. We had different starting weights, so we're focusing on the percentage of total body weight lost rather than the raw numbers. Since I lost a greater percentage than you, I come out ahead.
So you win the weight loss challenge, but I feel pretty confident on the stomach measurement, or girth.
Well, let's take a look. Highlighted is the most recent diameter of our stomachs. You would lose this round too if we relied on the raw final numbers. But as it turns out, you lost a greater percentage of your girth, so you win this round.
Sweet.
And as for chest size, mine didn't change while yours increased by an inch. Now it seems to me that my absence of change, like a reduction in size, is another indicator of fat loss, which would make me the winner of this round.
Yeah, I'm not so sure about that. I agree that if the fat cells around your stomach shrink, maybe the rest of your body fat cells would shrink too, including fat around your chest. But according to this chart, our chest did not shrink. The only plausible explanation is we've replaced fat with muscle tissue. And since it appears I built more chest muscle, I believe this round is mine too.
I don't know if your analysis of physiology is sound, but it seems to make sense. I'll concede this round.
Thank you. Would you like to concede the contest now and save yourself some embarrassment before the entire internet?
Yeah, no. We always knew it would come down to the performance events. Todd, all your fancy gym muscles aren't going to help you if they don't work, and we still have 4 events to go through.
Well, 3. We already know we've both dropped below the Army weight limit. Since this is a pass-fail event, it's another draw.
But the second item listed in this category is the 6.2-mile bike ride, which has to be completed in 32 minutes or fewer. The ride is an authorized alternative to the Army's 2-mile run for soldiers with documented physical limitation.
We have documented proof of antiquity.
Now your bike is in storage, so you did the test at the Navy's Prout Field House at 32nd Street Naval Station?
I did.
And we've got some clips showing the final grueling moments of the rides.
You're looking a bit thrash and trash, Tim.
Not you. You look as fresh as a water buffalo after a quick bite from a Kamado dragon.
Wait, why a quick bite? Does the brevity of the bite mean I'm good to go?
Good to go. Not like me who started out in high gear. You can't change gears once you start the ride, so I was grinding the whole way.
And yet, you beat me by a minute and a half.
Oh, I wouldn't fixate on that, Todd. What's important is that I tied the score.
But I've always been good at the next event. Sit-ups.
All right, we're both driving strongly toward the minimum of 28 sit-ups.
Ooh, now I'm falling behind a bit, but still pushing forward. And I passed with a solid 26? That's not good. Removing my hands from my head ended the event for me.
No matter, I won with 38 anyway. We'll just pin an asterisk to your score of 28. That makes the count 3-2 in my favor. So it all comes down to the final event, push-ups. And at best, Todd...
I know. The best I can do is tie. Both off to a good start.
Yeah, you're going a little faster.
Perfect form, my beard touching the ground every time. My form is good, but I'm slowing down. Pausing at 16. That's a bit perilous. Okay, I am struggling now. I go to the authorized rest position at 18, 19. Oh, wow. 20. I made it.
Well, we both passed the push-up event.
But you took that round. Good effort, sir.
You too. And with that, the final tally.
It was a long fought and well-earned victory, Tim. Congratulations.
And I have to give Apple Fitness Plus high marks. Its workouts are varied and effective, and its trainers are all excellent.
But what did Apple Fitness Plus give you that you couldn't have got equally as well at a gym?
Well, one of the obstacles is financial costs. If you're going to a gym, then you're going to have to pay expensive gym membership fees. If you take group classes, you're going to have to spend a lot for those. And if you hire a personal trainer, that's going to cost a lot too. I only pay $80 a year for my app.
That's not much, but my workouts are free.
Well, I'm not so sure about that. There are some costs involved. If you're not paying for a personal trainer, you've got to design all your workouts yourself. And that's tough to do as well as a professional trainer can. But for you, Todd, the biggest expense is purchasing and maintaining all your equipment.
But you did have to pay something for your setup.
That's true. First, there's the annual $80 fee that I just mentioned. An Apple Watch, iPhone, and a space to work out were also needed, but I already had all those. I bought dumbbells, a mat, and a TV for $60. I didn't really need the TV, but it makes the workouts a lot more interactive. Finally, I already have a bike and a bike trainer, but those aren't needed for the Apple workouts.
Yeah, you're right. The gym costs are high, but as military retirees, we get gym access for free.
Well, that's true, Todd, but even if you have free access to a gym, there are still other non-financial obstacles. You have to arrange your schedule around the gym, you've got to dress up and drive there each time, you've got to find parking, you have to line up and sign up, and then you have to wait around for equipment. And you might end up in a smelly facility with equipment covered in sweat, spit,
and probably fecal matter. Plus you gotta deal with Hattie Kens and Barbies and music that you just can't stand.
That sounds like a lot of crotchety old man complaints. I can't imagine what gym you're going to that has poop on the pull-up bars.
Based on how many gym bros don't wash their hands, I'd say it's a pretty common problem. The bottom line for me is that Apple Fitness Plus eliminated most of the obstacles to working out. And I think the secret to fitness is just getting started every day. If all I have to do is fire up the Apple Fitness Plus, I work out more frequently and more consistently. And I don't have to slow walk my way into the workouts each day because the instructors and the routines are just very motivating, even if I wandered in half asleep. But we have to remember it's a contest. Based on all your personal experiences, Todd, how do you get over such a humiliating and devastating loss?
Ouch. I don't know what personal experiences you're talking about, but this could be remedied with another 6-month fitness challenge. And I know a perfect test for this.
What do you have in mind?
Well, in the Navy, you guys probably didn't have to do a physical fitness test.
No, that's real funny, Todd. It's actually true, though. Back in the 70s, we only did our physical fitness test during boot camp.
My experience in the Marines was different. The Marines always took special pride in their physical fitness. So I proposed that we raise the bar and take the Marine Corps physical fitness test in 6 months.
What does that involve?
Well, it involves pull-ups. You have to do, for our age group, you have to do 3 minimum. It involves a plank with 4 minutes to max it. And It involves a 3-mile run.
3-mile run. Now, we opted out of the 2-mile run for the Army because we thought it would hurt us. You think we're in good enough shape now to take on a 3-mile run?
Absolutely.
I suppose I should give you a chance to wash off that loser stench. You're on.
Game on.
Game on.
Now this cigar is actually rounding out nicely, but Tim, smoking faster than me, he ditched his already. I must say I had to relight it a couple times. Sometimes it just happens more frequently with figurados. The flavor did change throughout, and the smoke is still excellent. Right to the very end. So I'm going to smoke mine down another inch or so, and a highly recommended cigar for the true champion in you. Any final thoughts, Mr. Tim?
Next episode, we're going to be doing the Lechon episode that we were supposed to do last month, and we're going to be inviting our spouses and some guests.
We're going to smoke the Romeo and Julieta Reserva Real. It's essentially a Romeo and Julieta with a little extra punch, which I thought would be appropriate pairing for the Lechon. So this wraps up our first 6-month fitness challenge. Cigar Ops out.